Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am so thrilled you're joining me because we are about to unpack a human behavior that is universal, highly relatable, and honestly, kind of baffling. Today, we're dissecting the anatomy of indecision. We're going to map out that incredibly specific, uniquely frustrating feeling of shopping hesitation. You know the exact feeling I'm talking about, right? You want something, the purchase is literally right there at your fingertips, and yet, an invisible wall suddenly pops up out of nowhere. Today, we're going to break down exactly what happens in those moments of extreme hesitation.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1, the waiting game, or the initial freeze. So have you ever just stood there, staring? Before there's any rationalizing, before there's any budget checking, there's this distinct physical action. Or, well, actually, scratch that. It's a complete lack of action. It's the absolute paralysis of the potential purchase. It's that jarring moment where your momentum just completely stops dead in its tracks. I want you to vividly put yourself in that exact scenario right now. You're holding the item in a store, or maybe you're staring at the glowing image of it on your screen. You want it, you've already decided you like it, but instead of moving toward the checkout, you just freeze. You literally stand there completely motionless, just staring at it. Your eyes are locked in, but your brain has suddenly hit a massive invisible roadblock.
And it's never just a fleeting second of hesitation, is it? We start with minutes, just staring, completely locked in that initial freeze. But then, life happens. You walk away, and it expands into hours. Hours of just turning it over and over in your head while you go about the rest of your day. And then, amazingly, this simple moment stretches into days, maybe even days of thought. It's like this massive time dilation where a split-second decision balloons into an ongoing days-long mental debate. Eventually, though, that physical staring shifts into a whole new phase. Section 2, the digital loop, the cycle of app fatigue. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens next. We transition away from the initial physical space of staring and move into the frantic, repetitive digital behaviors that inevitably follow. The physical freeze thaws out, but it's immediately replaced by a restless digital anxiety. You open the app, you close it. You open it again, you check the price just to see if it magically changed. You frantically read the reviews for the 10th time, and you still don't buy it. It's a frantic, exhausting cycle of checking, rechecking, validating, and escaping, all without ever actually checking out. You're basically burning through your energy, swiping and scrolling in this completely closed loop. Which brings us to a really important question. Section 3, the money myth. The logical assumption. Why do we put ourselves through this completely exhausting process? Well, there's a deeply ingrained societal assumption about why we do this. We need a way to rationalize the sheer amount of time and energy we've just spent looping through apps and staring at screens. We need a logical cover story, right? Most people think that's being smart with money. That's the ultimate justification, isn't it? We convince ourselves that this massive hesitation, this endless loop of app fatigue, is actually just financial responsibility. We tell ourselves, oh, I'm just being cautious. I'm being a savvy consumer. I'm protecting my budget. We use the logic of financial prudence to completely mask the fact that we are frozen. Now, what's really interesting is where we go from here. Section 4, something deeper, the psychological pivot.
We are about to challenge that entire logical cover story. Because if it's not actually about being smart with money, then what is really controlling our behavior in these moments? On one side, we have our assumed financial reality, the safe excuse of being smart with money. But opposed to that, we have the core reality, something deeper. When you strip away the excuse of the budget, you're left with a quiet, undeniable psychological reality. There's a hidden gear turning in your mind, something entirely disconnected from your wallet that is forcing you to freeze, to stare, and to loop endlessly.
But what if I told you it's actually something deeper? The crucial takeaway is this. The next time you find yourself caught in the anatomy of indecision, the next time you're staring, frozen, opening and closing that app, I want you to look past the price tag. Ask yourself, what is your deeper reason? Is it a fear of commitment? Is it a weird feeling of not deserving the item? Is it the dread of buyer's remorse? Or maybe something else entirely? By recognizing your own digital loops, you can finally uncover the true psychology behind your indecision. Keep asking yourselves those deeper questions, and I'll see you in the next explainer.